Okay, so sa video na to, try nating mag-solve ng isang problem about engineering economics. So meron tayong problem dito na a young engineer borrowed 10,000 pesos at 12% interest and paid 2,000 pesos per annum for the first 4 years. What does he have to pay at the end of 5th year in order to pay off his loan? Okay, so meron daw tayong engineer dito ng hiram ng 10K. Tapos yung interest natin is 12%. So nagbabayad siya ng 2,000 per year for the first 4 years. So ngayon, sa ika-5th year niya, ang hinahanap natin, ano daw yung kailangan niyang bayaran para masettle niya na yung hiniram niya. So considering yung mga interest natin, no? Okay. So para ma-visualize siguro natin itong problem na to, try nating maglagay ng cash flow diagram. Okay? So, we have a total of 5 years. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, assume natin na yung pababa is yun yung so, lagay tayo dito ng arrow pababa. So, 10,000. Ito yung mga cash inflows natin. So, parang papunta sa atin. Kunyari tayo yung engineer. So, 10,000 yung papunta sa atin. And sa first year, so, magbabayad ka ng 2,000. Second, third, and fourth. So, 2,000 lahat to. Ngayon, ang hinahanap natin, ano daw yung kailangan mong bayaran sa ika-5th year mo para ma-settle mo na yung hiniram mong 10K plus yung mga interest. Okay? So, ang gagawin lang natin dito is i-equate natin. And maghahanap tayo ng siguro reference point na lang para dun tayo mag-work around. So, to simplify, siguro ang gawin nating reference point is itong starting date natin. So, lahat ng values natin, i-refer natin dito sa starting point natin. So, first, so equate natin yung down and yung up. So, 10,000 is equal to, so 2,000. Yan, 2,000. Pero since lumipas na yung isang taon, no, so nagkaroon na yan ng interest. So, ang formula natin for compounding interest is 1 plus I raised to n, diba? So, f times 1 plus I raised to n. So, f is equal to 1 plus I raised to n. And p naman natin is equal to f times 1 plus I raised to negative n. So, for this problem, ang gagawin natin, so, negative n to, and ito yung magiging f natin. So, ito yung gagawin natin. So, from future worth, magiging present worth na siya. Okay? So, 2,000 times 1 plus I raised to negative n plus 2,000 times 1 plus I raised to negative n ulit dito plus 2,000 times 1 plus I raised to negative n plus 2,000 times 1 plus I raised to negative n plus yung x natin so plus x times 1 plus I raised to negative n. So since same lang naman tong annuity natin, no? So magiging parang annuity na to kasi since same lang yung binabayad natin every year. So, ang gawin natin, to simplify yung solution natin, gawin nating annuity itong apat na 2,000. So, 10,000. So, pwede nyong gamitin itong formula na to or pwede nyong gamitin yung annuity for present worth. So, ang formula natin for annuity ng present worth is P is equal to A times 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative n over I. Yan. So, ito yung formula natin ng annuity. So, yung in-annuity natin is yun yung 2,000. So, 2,000 times 1 minus 1 plus 0.12. Since ito yung interest rate natin, raised to, so ilang period yan? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So minus 4 over 0.12 plus x times 1 plus 0.12 raised to negative 5. Kasi 5 yung period na babayaran mo na lahat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So ngayon, hanapin na natin yung x natin. Okay? So let's solve. Okay. So 10,000, so shift solve na lang natin, no, is equal to 2,000 times 1 minus 1 plus 0.12. Ito yung interest rate raised to negative 4 over 0.12 plus yung hinahanap nating value to settle everything raised to negative 5 naman. So shift solve. So magiging sagot natin is 6917.72. So x is equal to 6917.72 pesos. So kung titignan natin sa problem natin, no, ang pinakamalapit is letter A, 6922.93. So siguro sa ano na lang to, kaya hindi exactly nakuha natin dun sa approximation nung pag-solve ng mga problems. Okay. So with that, thank you ulit sa pakikinig and panonood. See you sa next video natin, guys. Bye!